Hello, everybody. We are live with episode 3 of Play to Find Out Smooth Criminals. Thank you for joining us after our break from the holidays. You know, the holidays met with a lot of our shows and stuff, so I haven't actually done anything since like Christmas, I think. Can't remember. But yeah, we're back. Our shows are back. Smooth Criminals is back, and we're ready to have some awesome Blades fun. So, let's talk to our cast and see how their holidays went. First off, Kelsa, how are you doing?
I am doing all right. I was just trying to send out a last-minute tweet about us going live, but then I got interrupted. I mean, I also haven't been doing a lot over the holiday because holidays. But you know, my new show is starting next week or this week, Thursday. So I'm excited about that. I think this is going to be a full week of all of my shows actually happening for the first time in forever. So I think it's a good way to start off 2017. So
yeah, I'm also hoping that my shows will all be good to go, especially because all of them haven't played in like 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah. So
it's 2017.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
That happened
for
a
2
couple
whole
days
days
ago when we were hanging out on New Year's.
Come on.
Is she breaking down again?
You're
just bring it in, Pan. Just pat her on the head.
Hugs. I'm gonna hug my microphone. How's that?
Well, since you're sad and ashamed, PN, why don't you tell us how you're doing?
Well, I'm sad and ashamed. I'm doing
Good.
My girlfriend came and visited. That was super great. But we were both like super like sad and sick while we were like here. So it kind of like was kind of sad, but also like great at the same time. And now she's gone, and now I'm lonely. So that's about it.
Yep. But it was fun while she was here. I got to hang out with them as well, and it was a lot of fun. We did things, mostly me driving around.
I'm sorry. Just literally, like, there was one day where he was like, your Uber has arrived, and then like Riley just like mentioned it or later on. She was like, you said it yourself. You were our own personal Uber. And I felt so bad for Tux.
It's all good. It was fun. We're gonna move on down. Michael, how are you doing? How was your holidays?
I'm doing good. I graduated the day after, not the day after, but anyway.
Yeah.
I graduated after our last game. So I visited family. Me and Courtney didn't have Stanley this year, so that was kind of sad, but we still did like a Christmas celebration, which was great.
Cool. Yeah.
And I'm moving tomorrow, so another big thing is happening right after this game.
All right.
I'm moving to Memphis to go live with her, and I managed to cram all of my earthly possessions into the back of my Nissan Xterra. And about 80% of them are a combination of Magic cards and RPG books.
Damn it, Michael. God damn it.
Good. That's what they should be. That's what they should be.
It's pretty bad. Anyway, but yeah, I've been having a good time. Apparently we have my parents have like quail that nest at their house, which is like weird and super cute.
Random quails.
Just quails. It's like there's like a lady quail and a dude quail, and they're just like adorable.
Is this like hatful boyfriend, but in real life?
I'm not dating the quail.
Come on.
Why would I date the quail?
No, but like the quails are dating each other.
Right, you gotta write a backstory for these quails.
Yes,
How'd they
quail.
meet?
I actually think they're already married. Actually, no, they're not married.
Like, you gotta like
They're
live
just
out
like
the life. It's like
cohabitating.
to the moon. It's like to the moon.
They're cute. They're cute. They're cute quail.
Yeah, let's not talk about to the moon because I'll start crying. Like,
All right. So, yes,
Awesome.
that's been my weekend. RPG books, magic cards, and quail.
Quail.
Good.
Quail.
Excellent.
I'm real hyped for this game. So, let's go on to somebody else.
Speaking of small birds, how are you doing, Dom?
Wait a minute, what? Anyway, this guy.
A+ segue.
Fine. I'm a peacock.
That was a segue like a train wreck.
I'm a peacock captain. You gotta let me fly.
Fly on this. I love that movie so much. Let me see. Christmas, I went to my grandma's house as the norm. My nieces got bicycles, and I was riding my grandfather's old rusty bicycles, so halfway dying, but I made it. New Year's, I went Ubering. Speaking of Ubering, my first drive of the night. Hey, how you doing, lady? We're only like 2 minutes away. I don't feel so well.
Oh no!
I'm like, well, I'm done for the night. That's $150, and I'll just take that check.
Oh man!
Yeah, I spent Sunday cleaning out my car.
Oh
And
shit!
I had to spend Sunday letting the air out because, even if you clean it, squeak, the smell still lingers.
Yeah, you gotta.
wait, what happened? I missed it.
Someone threw up in his car because he's a new
Oh.
driver.
Oh, okay.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh!
Yeah, it was
I
beautiful.
recommend kitty litter for
Oh,
that.
wow.
I
Helps a
recommend
lot.
a new car. No, I'm just kidding.
That is a massive. As someone who has cleaned up throw up a lot, kitty litter and just like leaving the windows open on a hot day.
Oh, I
man,
left the window
goodness.
open all day, and it just eventually went away. The
That's
smell.
good.
Awesome.
Like
That's good.
personally, I keep like a air freshener in one of those little car mint thingies. Well, not car mint, the car smelling thingies. Like it smells like tropical mango in my car all the time. Because
Mhm.
looks, my car is kind of a little bit old, so it doesn't look as cool. But when they walk in, it's like, this smells nicer here.
Ah, yes, mangoes.
Mangoes.
Ah. Awesome. Well, I'm sorry to hear that someone puked in your car.
Adam, what did you do over the break?
Besides
Besides that,
He got taken over by two. He got taken hostage by two teenagers.
that was this week is what happened. The week before that, I did some family stuff for Christmas, and that was cool. This last week, I still had to work over the holiday break or whatever because our work isn't like cool enough to give us the whole thing off. Yeah, right. Like it's weird because like no one was there, so like not a lot of stuff was done anyway. So like, what was the point? But anyway, there was that family stuff. I had a few days where I was abducted by two teenagers, and then during those times we found out about this crazy show. It's on Netflix called The Magicians. It is insane.
You gotta like pay attention to every single little thing that
It's
happens.
so weird
Because
The
like
first-
if you don't, it's gone.
The first episode, it's like they just jammed all of the plot into a cannon and they just shoot the cannon at you because so much stuff is in the first episode, and then they just kind of like dribble it throughout the rest of the season. And then there's like it's just so freaking crazy because they're just
and
like,
you
hey,
don't know if things are starting to make more sense or less sense.
right? It's like every single
kind
episode
of-
there's a thing where it's like, but what if this happened? And it's
I
like,
can't.
I don't know. What if
I
this
can't
happens?
tell if that's good writing or terrible writing.
I'm not sure. The show
I
is
don't
both
know.
like crazy.
It's like stealing like Narnia basically. Like
It's like part of it is ripping off Narnia. Part
and
of it's
also
ripping
they
off
called like
Hogwarts.
non-magical people's muggles, which I don't know if they were trying to make a joke off
Right,
of
it's
Harry
like a mixture
Potter
of
or,
Narnia,
like,
Harry
it's
Potter, like Dresden Files a little bit. Like it's a weird mixture of a bunch of crazy shit.
What country is this show made in?
America. What other country?
Yeah, it's
I was part of me was wondering if that was a British show.
No, it's like set in New York. Like it's
British-
in New York, and there's a weird magic school that's also in New York. And then like I will like there's just it's I recommend it because it's just like you just watch it and it's just like what?
Yeah, like literally there was a
What?
part where Riley fell asleep and she woke up and she's like, "What's going on?" And I was like, "Oh, they're looking for the button." And she's like, "Why are they looking for a button?" And I was like, "It's the key." And she was like, for what? And I was like,
Also, you get to watch
for everything.
as a final thing. I will mention that you get to watch inanimate objects have sex in it as well.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You know, so there's that too. If you needed something
What is
else to
this?
get to watch the show,
Moses' face is one of confusion and intrigue.
Wait a minute, so what movie is this again?
it's called The
This is-
Magicians. It's a
yeah,
show
it's
on
TV.
Netflix.
Oh, the show on Netflix. I got you.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like actually,
Wait
it's,
a minute, I thought it was on Comedy Central or something like that.
no, it's not a comedy. It's like a drama.
It's like who knows?
I'm not sure
Wow.
what you would classify it
Yeah,
as, but it's
it's
weird.
Like a mess.
I would actually recommend watching it because it's like decent, but it's also just crazy.
Is it decent?
Now
I'm
I wanna
enjoying
watch it
myself.
so I can talk to you about it.
I'm enjoying
Do
myself,
it.
but it's because it's like when you watch something and it's just like I can't turn away from this.
Yeah, it's like so like it's
And
It's the
like
guy.
suddenly he
floating
just
in
wakes
bed
up in a
with-
mental hospital and like you don't know what happened, like how he got there. Like he was there in the very first episode, but like suddenly he's just there, and then he's just like everybody's like the people that were in the school are in the mental hospital, and it looks like he like just went crazy. And I was just like,
it's a
This
weird
is
show, but I had fun watching it, so I'll say that I guess.
Well, that's good. That's
yeah,
good.
that's good. Yeah, I think that's it for our introductions and such. I'm not
what
sure what
about
else we can talk
Kelsa?
about.
Did Kelsa go?
I
Yeah.
went first.
Yeah,
You went
Yeah.
first?
Yep,
I
Oh, I'm a
did.
guy.
That's
Just
why. That's why I
This
made
ain't my
Adam
first
go.
rodeo.
That's why I made Tux go.
Is this a bad time to mention that you're still showing us offline for me on the
Yeah,
Twitch?
same here.
On Twitch?
Yeah, we've been like all been messaging you, been like, "Yo, it's not working."
Oh, I'm going.
Huh?
You might
Maybe
have
it's
to
a Twitch. Maybe it's a Twitch problem.
maybe you have to redo it or something. I think Arthur had that problem like a few weeks ago.
One sec while we look into some technical difficulties.
What browser is everyone checking in? Because I'm checking in Chrome.
I mean,
Oh, there he is. He's online. I see him.
Yay! We fixed everything.
We
you're
did it
still
right.
offline for me, but who knows?
I'm not sure.
It's okay. It doesn't matter if I can see it. It matters if other people can see it.
I'm showing offline for myself. But according to OBS, we're rock steady.
Oh, that's weird.
It could be a Twitch side problem. Is there like
It
a
looks like
is there like an
show you
esports event that
online?
could be eating up all of the bandwidth?
Like it shows you
looks
as
like-
all. Oh my bad.
I was gonna say it looks like
I'm
this-
secretly playing Watch Dogs in your backyard.
if anybody is seeing this,
We're-
go in the chat.
Like I see him. Like he's on my friend list online, but the actual stream I can't get to.
Huh.
Pian is hosting us.
Am I?
Yeah.
It's only-
Mm,
Someone give
Actually,
me-
Pian is broadcasting.
Oh my god. There we go. Hello everybody. We are here with Play to Find Out. Smooth Criminals,
just
episode 3. We hope there wasn't any confusion because I messed up a little bit. But we're good now. We're good now. We are officially here. We're live.
Nothing happened.
And
It's cake and ice cream.
if you're curious about our introductions, you'll be able to see it in the YouTube video because we already did them. And we are
And-
going to be just cutting right into the game now because that's what you all came here for.
I'm just particularly proud of myself when I pointed kind of upwards and actually was pointing at Pian's box. So yeah. Now when we last saw these smooth criminals, they just finished some downtime where some very interesting things happened. Does anybody want to refresh the memories of our fine audience as to what kinds of fascinating devil's bargains that we've been cutting? Oh, Dom, did you wanna say something?
Oh yeah, let me do. The
I love
recap.
your recaps, please.
As the blaze turns, we cut to the Mexican standoff in the bar. That wasn't really a Mexican standoff, but a guy tied up to a thing possessed by a demon. I go to the other room like, hey, you want to talk? Or you cannot talk. either way, we're gonna get the answers from you. And he's like, you don't have the power. I double dare you. And I'm like, oh, you double dare me. Okay, let me get my stuff. And you see Pan like, time to die. Boom. And then the GM was like, hey, how do you feel about that? I was like, well, I technically didn't lose the double dare, so then we cut back to Mr. Push, talking to his lady fancy friend on the high. Oh, well, let me see. Pinky up. Like, yeah.
Yep.
There we go. Pinky up, fancy lady. It's like, hey, swag. And he was like, hey, swag. And it was like, more swag. And it was like, more swag. And that was basically his downtime. Also, he took some heat off us. That's the most important thing because, we murdered a lot of people that day. Also, I went to jail. I went to the pokey for a little bit, and I was like, "Hey, vampires!" And it was like, "You know what? You're out of here." That's the magic word, vampires. And it was like dipping out. I was like, "Hey, you look kind of hot," and I was like, "Nah, that's not cool." And also, I hit on the Red Devil's mom. It was very interesting.
Yeah.
I did.
She was into it apparently.
Yeah, it's like you have no chance of rolling this thing. And I was like, natural 6, baby. And I was like, pour some sugar on me. Like pole dancing with the mop, making it look sexy as hell because sexy is back. Came back from jail. Got a lot of stress, but everything's cool. And we was like, hey, here's the next mission. We did some more downtime stuff. Pian went to her fixing, got high all my life, and I'm missing you. Ooh. And she was like, inside that little pillow thing, just apparently you have to have like a closet room to get high. It was like a lot of pillows, and she was floating on cloud 9. But the most interesting thing of the night was Red Devil saw her ex. It was very awkward for everybody around and very interesting. You got to see that episode. Yep. It was really good role playing.
I'm not even gonna lie. I've gone back and rewatched that scene several times.
I'm not surprised, Michael.
I was just like, what the fuck did I even say? I don't remember.
And by the way, Michael's still effed up from the mission.
I'm still all fucked up. It's great.
And don't forget, Pian, after she got high all my life, she was like, you know what? I'm going to make a doll of my girlfriend, and I'm going to stalk her, and I'm going to put this ring on this doll, and I'm going to make it real life. Bam. There we go. Voodoo magic. And then it went back to my cutscene when I went to see my my friend from a different life, and we mind link. And for some reason, the other guy kept saying it was sex, and I was like, it's just my link. It's just cool. It's cool. It's cool. And then that was basically our. Oh yeah, now there's.
Oh, it's just Mind Link.
It's just a Mind Link, guys.
Let me take some notes here.
Yes.
It's just Mind Link.
You're getting mind fucked, man. Don't let it happen.
Don't let it happen.
You gotta wear your tinfoil hats. Use protection.
Use protection.
Oh, we're all going to hell. All right.
And then we got a mission of like, hey, we're gonna totally steal some drugs, and we're like, hey. And I'm pretty sure Pian's character, Orchid, is probably in the corner like, yeah, I sell some drugs. I have my own personal stash now.
We're gonna steal some drugs and poison them.
Yep.
Poison
are the worst.
We're gonna ruin. We're gonna.
Why is my character automatically just poisoner?
Because you're the drug addict in the room.
You are. We accept you for
like fun things. He dates. I just get people to rub my back. You go get high in a closet.
Closet. Okay then.
It's a very comfortable closet, though.
It's a very nice closet. There's like pillows. It's great. It's great.
It's a very nice closet.
Just enjoy the shit out of that dream smoke.
Don't let them tell you what.
Be a strong, independent druggie. Because we believe in you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for the recap.
And I think I just put my foot in my mouth, but you know what? It's cool. And also, I went by my devil friend and was like, hey, here's my card. If you need a mission done, work done, call me. Mm-hmm. Hey. And Pesh got our next mission ready up to go.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
Next time.
I do believe we are still trying to decide what our entry point for that mission is. And
yes,
if it is on our hunting grounds, we do get one more downtime action to gather information or equipment for that specific heist.
Yeah, you guys were talking about possibly doing a social plan, but you
Mhm.
weren't 100% sold on that yet.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's the case, I'm going to be basically 100% Overwatch because I'm not good in social situations. Which is fine. I had a lot of screen time last episode, so I'm good with that.
Yeah,
I'm kind of man with social
so
justice.
basically, what we want to do is and I'm sorry, I forget the name of our rival gang.
The
Dusters.
The Dusters, yes. So the Dusters are basically setting up some like drug den, vice den places around the Phoenix district, and we want to stop them. And so my idea was basically get their product and basically ruin them in the eyes of their customers and draw them elsewhere, like us or someone else. But basically ruin them enough that they can't like
operate correctly.
Yeah, that they can't come back from it.
Kelsa, mechanically, how would we go about doing that? Would we be attacking their rep?
So if you're like trying for their client base, that sounds like you're going for turf.
Okay. And what turf is available in this situation that we could take from them?
Because you're specifically looking if there's any turf that you could get that's within the Phoenix district, because that's your hunting grounds, right? Gotcha. Let me look at my notes. By the way, I remembered my piece of paper with all of the districts written on it. So this time, I may actually manage to put this into the Roll20, so I won't need this anymore.
All right.
I was thinking we go to drug dens.
Right. So there's two different ways mechanically you can go about it. If what you're trying to do is steal their client base, you're looking at turf. If what you're trying to do is steal, or if you're hacking one of their drug dens, then you're either going to just hurt them or gain their drug den, depending on how you how you go about your plan, whether or not there's a drug den left in the end for you to claim. But what you could do is destroy their drug den and then have another thing where you build up a new drug den. But if you're just trying to steal clientele, that is turf. And so
I think
either way, I think they have both a drug den and clients that live or exist in the Phoenix district, which is your hunting grounds. So
right now we don't have supply lines for drugs. We aren't hawkers. These guys are functionally hawkers. From what I gather, or smugglers, I can't exactly tell.
Yeah.
So
the question is, do we want to get into the drug business?
Yeah, mainly my thing was to make it so like rather than going to the Dusters, they go to someone else, like not even us really, just because the Dusters have been getting in our way enough that I want to remove them as a threat.
So it's not necessarily about elevating our position; it's about hurting them.
Yeah.
Okay. I think, in my mind, and this is because this is part of me thinking like a lurk, I think it would be easier to, rather than poison their supply, to just like steal the documents that say that they own it. And just be like, this is our property now. Get out.
That's a little bit. Yeah, we're in the criminal site. This is our property now. We got official paperwork.
I mean,
people just turn their head like, what?
That's fair. That is fair.
It's one of those situations. Like,
yeah, kind of.
That's fair. I don't know.
That was why my plan was to like either ruin their product.
You're making an assumption here that there's paperwork showing that they own it legitimately in the first place.
Right. Yeah.
That is fair. That is fair.
That was why my plan was like either ruin their product or ruin their like make it so people don't want to go to them ever again. Which would like cut their profit basically.
So mechanically, when you're setting up a score, you want to have something you're kind of gaining out of this.
Yeah.
And so what you're doing is just like trying to cut into their territory so they're not in your way. That's turf. what you would be getting out of it as a claim would be turf.
Okay.
You're probably not going to make any money on this.
Sure.
It's not going to have a lot of coin tied up in it.
Mhm.
How can we
If
turn it
you-
into a
Wait a minute.
revenue generating?
What's their supplier?
I mean, that would be something we could try and find out
Yeah.
with this downtime action.
Yeah, you can try to find out that if that's a tactic you want to use.
My thought would be we could hit their convoys.
Yeah, that would be bad. That wouldn't be bad. That's money.
Like if
Yeah,
we're
I mean that's a way that you could get both. That's a way that you could both get money and turf.
if we like take down their shipments so that they have to come to somebody else for drugs,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and then we can turn right around, sell the stolen property for coin. And honestly, a shipment holdup, there is a lot more opportunity for our two violent characters to be violent, our talky character
I saw her smile.
to be sneaky.
Yeah, exactly. We cut supply lines. We steal contraband.
Yeah,
We
so
pick and
let's.
choose our battles and places to take a stand, and every day, sir, entrust me with command. And every day, no, he dismisses me out of hand.
There we go. That's our mandatory Hamilton reference for the night, and
All right,
we can move
we're
on.
our quota.
Check that box, and it will not happen again.
Check.
Okay,
There we
moving
go.
on.
We're good.
No promises.
So do we want to go after one of their institutions or go after their supply lines?
I really
timeline
like going
question.
after like one of their convoys or whatever.
Yeah, supply line's the best way.
Hmm.
I also like the idea of like I'm interested to see the word picture Kelso paints of us breaking into either a convoy or a shipment.
Mhm.
I'm down
so
with that.
I think we need some intel now on like their suppliers and how they get their
So-
stuff.
As Michael was pointing out, you guys get a free downtime action to within your hunting grounds in order to specifically facilitate gathering information, or there's one other thing you can do with it.
I think we can acquire assets temporarily.
Yes.
That was my understanding. So, I mean, there are two ways we could go about this. We could like acquire a buggy, or we could just figure out where the fuck they are. Figuring out where their trade routes are is probably more useful.
Well,
It is gather information, acquire assets, or whatever makes sense.
Okay.
One free downtime action specifically to prep for something on your turf or in your hunting grounds.
look towards Mr. Plush.
Yeah, I think in gathering information is going to be what we're going to want to do, just so we know like what to do.
Is that going to be are we going to do that socially, or are we going to like clandestine observation? What's our play here?
I think he would go out and actually just talk to a few people.
I mean, anybody can take this action.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I'm trying to
But
think. I was thinking what.
But he's the face, and I think it'll be more discreet. The face go and do stuff.
Well,
Versus us, we'll probably end up killing somebody.
well, here's a thought. Can Mr. Posh go like talk to the distributors that we know about in the area, and the rest of us just be on ops? Like, is that how we can help him to find that
Yeah.
information?
Totally.
Just be like, and it's not necessarily us talking to him. It's us being like, okay, yeah, this is bullshit. This is not bullshit.
Mhm.
Yeah. Basically, you see me put on a nice little business suit, look like a bodyguard. I put on some shades.
Nice.
I'm up on the rooftops, just like in and around the city, just like watching the comings and goings into known duster establishments.
Or yeah, maybe maybe we could go to because Vey actually your vice is drugs, so like we could go to your place and see if they know anything.
And I don't know if that guy is part of a faction, but if he is, we could start improving our rep with him and maybe even get him to be a gang member.
Well, yeah, we could basically we can give like, hey, we got some good drugs.
Yeah, that might be our in.
Yeah,
I like that plan.
Cool.
So that means Vey is going to have to take point.
Yeah. So like, yeah. Cool. Yeah. So let's like. So maybe we're at that table again, like in our awesome catwalk over the reservoir hideout place. And we're like looking over the map of Brightharbor. Mr. Posh like crosses his arms and Vey, so when you go to do your thing, where exactly do you go?
I go to Travin. Travin's shop.
You think he might know anything
Literally.
about the Dusters and how they operate?
He might. It's worth a shot.
All right, I like it. If we
I can't figure out what voice I have for
You're good. You're good.
It's okay. You're vaguely British. It's fine.
All right. Well, since you know him, you and I can go speak with him.
Just sharpening the
TomCat,
blade.
I think you know what your position, and Devil.
I'll be watching over y'all. It'll be fine.
Sounds good. I reach back and grab my cane from where it was leaning on a rail, like spin it and like tap the catwalk and like. All right, let's head out then.
Put down the whetstone. I put my blade in like a harness that looks like a gun, but not really made like a gun.
Nice.
I think the last thing we see of the inside of the base is Astrid's hand moving like a knight to like take a pawn on the map. And then
So-
cut to the visit.
So you guys are going to Travin to gather information before you hit up the supply lines here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the play.
All right. So as I described Travin's before, it's like this opium den, like a hookah bar with little private closet rooms that are just like super comfortable with like lots of pillows and like plush walls that you can just get yourself all drugged into a stupor and be left alone for a while, where it's dark and smoky, and they come by and offer you drinks, but nothing alcoholic because you don't want to mix.
Right.
It's very, very responsible, you know. So that is where Orchid normally goes in order to partake in her vice of dream smoke. And so when you come in, there's like a little counter where you place your order for whatever drug you would like to partake in, and they're like, of course, labeled in code because still for some reason drugs are just illegal everywhere. It's weird, but you guys are criminals, so you know how it works.
Would you like a premium coffee, miss?
Yep.
I like me a strawberry milkshake with a splash of white, and I want some mango flavor burst inside of it. Thank you.
Yeah, and just cover all
Well,
of that.
it's triple the price, but well chosen, sir. Okay, so yeah, as you come in, like the smell of the dream smoke just hits you in like a wave, and there's like, even before you smell it, you realize that it's already affecting you because you can see eddies on the air in multiple colors that aren't really there. It's actually a hallucination caused by the dream smoke that causes it to like.
We're getting like a little bit of a contact high.
Yeah, you're just. I mean, it's just a little bit of one.
Right.
A tiny contact high from a very powerful hallucinogen, so it's fun.
Orchid kind of like shrugs and like stretches her shoulders out and just kind of like relaxes a bit.
Yeah, everything's normal.
You see the vapors from me take the shape of like my little tomcats.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Awesome.
So yeah, as you come in, the four of you, there's, like I said, just a guy standing behind the counter and sort of directing traffic. There's nobody else really in the main little lobby area, but there's like a public smoking area where there's like it's just through some beaded curtains off to the side where there's like a step down, like in those old like 70s style houses, with like the sunken couch little area. And so there's like a few of those little bowls with hookah set up, but it's early in the day, and so there's not really anybody there. So yeah, what do you do? Orchid window, this guy, he's the usual guy that works the front counter. His name is Sva.
Sva?
Sva.
Sva. Okay, I walk in like, hey Sva. Is Trevin around?
Yeah, what?
Is Trevin? I need to talk to him.
Oh yeah. Trevin. No, he ain't. He comes. What time is it?
It's 4:30, love. Astrid actually has her like scarf pulled up over her nose and mouth because she doesn't want to get high.
Right, he ought to be here anytime. I think he might be in his office. I'm not sure.
And where would that be?
Or with the only door that's a door. He points down the hall where there's like all those little alcoves, and there's only one that's actually like a wooden door instead of like privacy curtains.
Gotcha. I'll nod. I'll look at Vey and kind of give a side nod, and then move around this guy and start heading that way.
Yeah, I'll lead the way towards the door.
Okay.
You see me like scope out the other clientele? Any ladies in the house?
Like I said, the common room is empty, so you'd have to like be peeking through privacy curtains. But if you want to do that, I can tell you if you see anybody.
You see me kind of just like try to eye to see, like look at the ankles, like is that a female sitting in there or a man? Nah, it's too much. What's the name of it? Kinkles. That's totally not right. But not actually approaching because I want to look like a perv.
I think while all this is going on, I feel like Astrid is doing the thief thing and just automatically casing the joint. Just
Gotcha.
Automatically being like, all right, there's a way in, there's a way in, there's a way out. That's probably where they keep the strong box. I don't know if it's something I can roll to do that.
Make a note, and then at some future point, if you ever need the knowledge of having cased the joint, we will roll it at that time, retroactively as a flashback.
Okay.
Nice, cool.
It'll be a zero-cost flashback, but we won't deal with it now because there's you don't need that information right now, so it's not important.
Okay, cool.
Awesome.
So, So the you guys are not stopped. Sva is, he's there to make sure nobody's using the product without paying. And he's not being paid enough to stop you from visiting his boss, or whatever. Because he knows Vey, knows Orchid, and knows that she's a fucking badass, and does not really want to deal with that.
Right.
Let me ask you this, Pian. Has Vey ever had a bad trip on Dream Smoke where like they've had to call the bouncers and restrain her? Like,
I probably.
Yeah, and so
like twice, I'm thinking.
So Sva has been there for that, and he's like, he'll take your money and he will give you product, but he's not going to get in your way if you wanted to do something different. He's like, 100 pounds soaking wet and like 6 feet of skin and bones. So, cool. So you can head back over to Travin's door, and it's closed, but doesn't appear to be locked. There's light coming under the door, but can't tell if anybody's inside if they're not being loud if they are. So,
Okay, I kind of knock the door, and I'm like, Trevin, is you in there? And then I kind of like turn the handle.
Okay, yeah, like you knock and you're like Travin, and like you hear like a shift, and then you turn the handle and it opens. And do you continue to open the door or?
Astrid goes invisible.
Spend your stress.
It's just like I'm gonna part the ghost veil and just disappear. And you guys turn around. She was like maybe bringing up the rear, and you guys just turn around and you're like, "Where the fuck is Astrid?" And maybe like one of you feels like something like brush your back, and just,
You see me like there's a disturbance in the force.
so I'm gonna spend 2 to go invisible.
They like
for it to last for a while.
Okay. Yeah. So you open the door, and behind the counter, inside the room, is Travin. He's sitting at a desk. Now, this is not the most high-end luxury drug den. And so what you have here is like a very well worked in office. It's got like filing cabinets that are just overstuffed with paperwork, and there's like a small rug that's like got like cigarette burns in it, and a tiny desk that has a bunch of like surprisingly little paperwork. Actually, like the paperwork is everywhere else but the desk, it seems. But it does have like a bunch of little knickknacks on it, like a small like a small what do they call them? The stacking dolls, like a small set of stacking dolls.
Like a Russian nesting dolls? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like all of them lined up in a line along one side of the desk. And well, actually, they're kind of bunched in like a little circle, taking up the edge of the counter of the desk. And then there's also like a framed portrait on the other side. So there's a few little personal touches in the office. And behind the desk, in the middle of standing up, is Travin. And instantly, of course, Vay, you recognize him because you have dealt with him directly before. He's the owner of this establishment, and he's he finishes standing and looks at you and is like, does he know you as Vay or does he know you as Orchid?
Orchid.
And how long have you guys known each other? Like, how long has he been your provider?
Probably like 2 years.
Okay, so yeah, it's been a while. He knows pretty well.
That's interesting because that means you've been coming to the bad part of town to get high for like longer.
Yeah, one of my friends got me into it. Like back at the
like the nice place where you
Yeah, basically.
Awesome.
Well, I mean, yeah, going to the bad places is kind of her jam.
Mm-hmm.
So Travin is Taikarosi. He's in his, you want to say he's in his like mid 40s, but in actuality he's probably closer to his late 30s. He's just got that like overly aged look, and part of it is because his skin is literally scaly in places, and the coloration of the scales is kind of like a weird like greenish gray, which just lends to making him look older. So and he has got like kind of around his eyes area. And what you guys don't know but that Vay does know is that he doesn't actually have like ears. They're just completely like just little tiny ear holes like a snake does, but he is wearing he's wearing like a powdered wig and a hat, so you can't see his ears, or in this case, his lack of ears. Orchid would also know that he wears a powdered wig because he doesn't have any hair and can't grow it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So Orchid's gonna kind of like see him and be like, "Oh, Traven. So hey there, buddy. How are you? How are you doing today?"
I'm doing quite well. It's a pleasure to see you. Who are your friends?
Oh well, they're just some people I brought along because we were actually looking for some information. By any chance, if you could provide some.
Perhaps. What are you looking to know?
I'll make sure. I'll like, once we're inside, I'll like use my cane and kind of make sure the door is like shut all the way.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll kind of like step up and stretch out my hand and good to meet you, Traven, Mr. Posh.
Mr. Posh, I see. Yes. Pleasure.
We were curious if you had any knowings or knowledge of the Dusters and their product.
I see.
A
Yes.
successful businessman like yourself, I'm sure you know, have everything you need to know about your competition.
Yeah, like he walks over, like he's been standing this whole time, and he walks around his desk and he finds a stack of paper. It's not on his desk, it's like to the side on a chair or something, and he picks it up and he like straightens it very like noisily and determinedly, and then he sets it back down, and then he picks it up again and he moves it over to the desk and sets it down, and then after doing all of that, he takes a seat and he settles down, and then he kind of gestures across. There's one other chair on that side of the desk, besides because there's like only there's like a total of 3 chairs in the room. The one he's sitting in, the one across the desk, and one that he's dragged around his desk and is using as a side table. So he gestures at the one chair and doesn't indicate who he expects to take a seat.
Posh takes it.
Astrid materializes in the chair. She's just sitting there cross-legged and she's like, hello.
Yeah.
I approach behind Astrid and I just kind of like put a hand on her shoulder and like smile at Traven.
Yeah, I think that definitely takes him by surprise. I think this may be a good time to roll an intimidate here.
Roll command.
I think that this has kind of been like a show of force. Do you guys want to roll this as a group action, or
that sounds good, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm feeling.
This is less of me threatening him, and this is more of, hey, we're not to be fucked with, and we want to fuck with people that are fucking with you.
I'm kind of getting. I'm feeling like we're doing like a good cop, bad cop kind of thing, except I guess good thief, bad thief kind of thing.
Right?
Because like Vay and I are just like, hey, we're your friends, and then TomCat's in the back with his like sword, like, oh, my sword's doing a thing. I'm not sure what's happening here.
And then a monster materializes
out
of nowhere.
In this, yeah.
You see me at the bar just drinking my milkshake.
All right. So could you remind us how
did
group
you
actions
not?
work?
Did you not fall back? Did you or did you not follow them back to the back room?
Was I told to, or?
Yeah, you were brought.
Yeah.
Oh, then I'm probably drinking my milkshake in the background, looking intimidating. I'm not giving up that milkshake.
Okay. Awesome. I love it. Okay. One intimidating milkshake. Yeah, so this sounds like a group action where you're trying to roll to command him to tell you this information. You're at this point you're not asking nicely or swaying him. You know, this is a
power play.
So basically, all of us roll our commands.
Who has the best command?
I have a.
So
I have a 1 in it.
You initiated this.
Okay.
So you are leading this group action.
Okay. And does everybody else help me and give me 1 die each?
No.
Or
No. Instead, everybody rolls, and whatever the highest number that anybody rolls is what we use.
okay. But I take stress if I fail. Correct?
No.
So what's the effect of me leading?
Hold on.
Functionally.
But if you let me finish my sentence, I would explain how the rules work.
Okay.
Okay. So when you lead a group action, everybody rolls. Whatever the highest number is, that's what the group uses. However, for every person other than the leader who fails their roll, gets a 1, 2, or a 3, the leader takes a stress.
Great. All right.
That's why you have to respect for it, technically.
So if the leader fails their roll, that does not matter.
Okay.
So
Actually, if that's the case, then it's good that I initiated the action because I have a -1 die.
See?
Teamwork. Okay, let me roll this shenanigans.
yeah, so we all roll command, right?
Everybody rolls command, and if anybody is injured, i.e. our dear friend the Red Devil, make sure you put your medicine
So, is this control?
Position?
there. Thank you. Yes. No, it is not. Thank you for reminding me. No, it is not controlled. This is
Desperate XP?
actually no. This is a downtime action, which is normally not actually any type of position.
Oh, yeah, this is downtime.
But given the fictional positioning here, I will go ahead and kick it over to control, where there's a possibility that this could go very poorly if it spirals out of control. Standard.
Okay.
No bonus dice. So,
I got a
Unless
4.
you'd like there to be.
oh wow, damn!
All right.
I'm getting a 2.
My milkshake
4.
fails you.
2.
Oh, man.
Hold on a second. I can't figure out how to give myself -1, so I'm just going to roll 2 die and take the lowest.
Wait, so what is it? Is it controlled like risky?
Controlled standard.
Controlled standard.
Controlled standard?
Yep,
Okay.
and you're rolling
I
command.
got a 5.
Nope, you take the lowest.
Oh,
Okay,
nice.
perfect.
Oh,
Oh!
Dang. Nice.
No!
that's a crit.
It's not. Because that's 0 dice.
Yeah,
Oh,
but it's
so
still a
Yes.
6.
Yeah, it's still a
That
6.
It's
but
still a 6.
that was
but
a
it's
very
not
good
crit.
roll.
That is a good roll.
That is an
Good
Still
job.
really, really good. Okay. So Astrid takes 1 stress to cover for TomCat's failure, because TomCat is sitting there sucking on a milkshake, which is not very intimidating. And so I picture Astrid, she's sitting there I picture her sitting in the chair with her feet up over one of the legs crossed or whatever, and just leaning back I'm so cool, I was already here and also invisible. And I picture her just reaching out with one of her legs with her toe and just kind of subtly kicking TomCat so that he stops slurping.
It's not even subtle. It's I actually pick something. It's That's probably why I got a 2. I'm just excuse me.
Oh, whoa. So I'm sorry. This milkshake's really good.
Be professional.
Well, it brings all the boys to yard.
Oh, right.
Anyway, as I was saying, hello.
Hello. And he looks very pointedly at Orchid's hand on your shoulder possessively, and you get the Travin will remember this.
I'm the dog on the. What you're saying is I have gone from the girlfriend to the dog on the leash. I'm okay with that. I am actually, because I don't have to agree. Awesome.
Right. So yeah. What is your a question for me. What exactly are you trying to find out about the Dusters?
How do they get their product? And what are their supply lines like? Can they be hit on the road in transit?
We have to pick one from gather information, right?
Yeah, I mean, those are kind of suggestions, but
okay.
yeah, that's pretty much what we're looking at. Is one of those gather information
Yeah,
questions.
basically. How can I find the Dusters' supply? Or like, how can I find how the Dusters are getting their product, or something to that?
How can I find their product?
Yeah.
Without having to buy it, because we want to steal their shit.
Exactly.
We want all their shiznak.
Okay. Let me see what is the answer to this question.
The answer is probably
By
swag.
that you mean make it up right now.
Yeah, that is exactly what I mean.
You know.
What I really mean is look at the rules for gather information as far as so good details, the information is clear, clarifying, and follow-up questions are possible.
We could we're past 9, so did you want to take a break so you can think of something and then we can come back to it?
Yes, brilliant idea. Thank you.
All right. We're just gonna take a short break. So you can get up, go to the bathroom, stretch your legs, do whatever you need to do. We'll be back in just a few minutes, and we're gonna find out about the supplies and such, and what we're gonna be able to do. See you in just a few minutes.
Okay.